Praise Yahweh, Shemal Shabbat, Shem Rakakodah, Shalom to the 144,000 and the rest of you elect out there. Shalom to you all. And I'm going to title this video, our number one focus is right here in Babylon. And this is a response to Bishop Nate. Your challenge is unbiblical. And what I will do, I'll play this right here. This is fair use, fair use, fair use. Listen up.
We challenge all you camps that say you're righteous before the Lord. Go to another country where we're not even there and teach and establish something. Can you do that?
No, we can't. Can you? A job is to be here in America. And besides that, I haven't checked all the countries that you guys went to, but the ones that I have checked, they're not panning out. You don't get thousands of people following them. They got a lot of shorts. They'll do a video once every maybe 2 or 3 months. You have to send guys, got to hit them on that booster plane, that purple plane with the fringes on it, and send them out to the country to build these guys up. You build these guys up. You're out there for a couple of weeks. You go back. Everything is good. They're on fire. The fire goes out. Then you got to send somebody else. I believe you pretty much forgot about them guys out there that are lukewarm. The scriptures tell you about lukewarm people. So these guys that you establish in these other countries that are not coming through like you guys are, I give you credit. You guys be doing videos. The main ones are y'all. But these other guys, and IUIC is nothing but a revolving door. You always see new faces. So for you to make this statement or this challenge, it's pretty much you caught up in your emotions, and you're also, and you notice he didn't bring out a scripture. He said, "Well, here's the scripture to back up what I said. The challenge that I make. Here's the script. Where's the scripture at?" The focus is here in America, and besides that, there's GMS in Holland, there's GMS in Germany, there's GMS in Italy, there's GMS in Australia, there's GMS in England. There's more than one camp in England, in the UK. Members of GMS in Nigeria. So, and we didn't hop on no plane. We didn't hop on no booster plane and go over there and establish guys. And these guys from these different states, they doing videos, you know. So it's all about the spirit, but the main focus is here in America. This is why Claudius kicked out the. I should go to that. I'm not going to go to that now. I may go to that. Emperor Claudius kicked out the Christians and the Jews because they were all in Rome. They were raised in hell in Rome, and that's in the history. Let me do this. Bear me for a minute. So you're guilty of adding to the scriptures, and you're caught up into your emotions. And what are we going to do? Stow away on planes? Because we ain't got the money. We're bums, like you said. Okay, give me, what was I going to say? Bear me for a minute. See, that just went out of my memory. I'm getting old. I'm getting old. Let me just come back over here. I'm sorry. Anyway, let me just get into it. It'll come back to me. My short memory sometimes goes. So this is from a video that put up by GMS, South Carolina 08, Bishop Nate. And I did a short video on this challenge. Your challenge is unbiblical. Right, because you're adding to the scriptures. You said in order for you to be righteous, you have to leave America, Babylon, where the main focus is here in Babylon. And I'm proved that with a handful of scriptures, 2 handful of scriptures, to show you that you're just caught up in your emotions. You should worry about these guys that come in and leave. You should worry about your revolving door policy. You know? Hey, brothers in GMS, they stays in GMS. It's very rare that you see a guy leave or get kicked out. So anyway, so I let you hear it, and watch this video. Watch this video. I'm sure that this is a powerful video because he said the right thing. And Bishop Nate, your challenge is unbiblical. There's no that if it was biblical, you would have said, and let's bring out a couple of precepts. Where's the precepts? Anyway, let's go into the scriptures. Now I have already set up a list that I put together, I don't know when, a while back, which is entitled and unto the uttermost part of the earth, which is America. So what I did was I put in the word north. Give me a second. Let me just bring this up to the top. This computer's acting up. There we go. Okay. So I put in the word, I put in the word land and north. 26 precepts popped up. Not going to read all of them. Jeremiah 3 verse 18, and this is on my list that I put together. So it says, in those days, the house of Judah shall walk with the house of Israel. This is talking about now. You know what I should do? Let me go to the commentary. Let's see what the commentary says. I just switch some water in my mouth. If you're offended by it, leave, don't come back. You gotta stop swishing your... I said, just leave, don't watch my videos. That's all you gotta do. I don't like the fact that Tahar be swishing water in his mouth. I said, don't watch my video and you won't be offended no more. Scriptures say, Ezekiel 3, eat this roll and go out and teach the house of Israel whether they hear or forbear. You don't want to listen, you don't have to listen. I did my job. The blood is off my hand. Yeah, but you got to go to Africa and do it, you know? No, I don't got to go to Africa because they got YouTube in Africa. Let me just pull up, wait till this comes up. Bear with me for a minute. Our focus is on the north country, which is Babylon the Great, which is America. It's Jeremiah 3 and 8. Now, when you go to Cambridge and it's this short, that means they don't have the answers. Well, maybe, no, wait a minute, they do have the answers. Oh, wow. They said a lot in a few words. So this is Cambridge for Bible for Schools and Colleges, Jeremiah 3:18. Let's read Jeremiah 3:18. In those days the house of Judah shall walk with the house of Israel, and they shall come together out of the land of the north, not out of West Africa, not Nigeria, not Papua New Guinea, not the Solomon Islands, the land of the north, to the land that I have given for an inheritance unto your fathers, which is the land of Israel. So let's go to the Cambridge. For the reunion of the returned Israel and Judah. Jeremiah 3:18 is a prophecy. Ezekiel chapter 37, one of my favorite prophetic books, chapters. Ezekiel 37, 16 to 18. And I'm also familiar with Isaiah chapter 11. You can really start at 11 verse 12 to 14. Now, what does it say when you come to around about this 16 verse? It speaks about the two signs. What people do you ever see Wes Huff walking around with the 12 tribe sign? No. Now you might ask one of them Christians, what does Ezekiel 37:16 mean? Dr. James White the Edomite's not walking around with the 12 tribe sign. Dr. James White the Edomite said years ago, back in 2016, I'm the one that called him Dr. James White. I'm the one that gave him that name, dubbed him with that name. And one day he said, I'm not an Edomite. Well, how do you know? How do you know you're not an Edomite? Here it is again. Ellicott's commentary for English readers. They give you the precept that they put up is right. Oh wow, they gave it to me. The envy also of Ephraim, which represents the leader, the head tribe of the northern kingdom, shall depart, and the adversary of Judah, the head tribe of Benjamin Levi, shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim. So this is happening now. Because they would have told you that this happened during the time of the Babylonian Empire or during the time of the Greeks. Nope, didn't happen. Northern Kingdom was not here to suffer the atrocities from Antiochus Epiphanes. Or they even mention the New Testament, Ephesians 2, verse 14 and 16, Isaiah 11, 12 and 13, Ezekiel 37 and 16. So they all agree that this is a future prophecy. So that's all I need. So most scholars, they're not going to say America, but they're going to quote Isaiah 11, Ezekiel 37. So you ask them, well, when did that take place? That's what you ask a question. Ask a Christian, when did that take place? They don't like it when you go into prophecies. And you can read this whole chapter. Matter of fact, Jeremiah 2, powerful chapter. Jeremiah 16 and 15. But Yahweh liveth, that brought up the sons of Israel, Yasha Allah, from the land of the north. Where's that talking about, Bishop Nate? It's not, is it talking about Kenya? Is it talking about Ghana? It's not talking about Ghana. Ghana's in the west. It's talking about Babylon the Great. It says, sons of Israel from the land of the north. And so where's the focus supposed to be? Right here in America, whether it be New York, California, Texas, Idaho, wherever Jake is. Florida, North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia. You got a couple of camps out there. You got a GMS camp out there. Brothers and elders and brothers out there in Atlanta, they're diligent. They doing videos all day, every day. They out there on the highways and the byways. And from all the lands, that's where that comes in. The deliverance, the elect will come out of. If you're an elect and you're living in America, you're gonna be saved out of America. If you're one of the elect and you're living in the UK, the ship is gonna come and deliver you. But the focus, the deliverance is gonna come out of America, because America is gonna be shot off by missiles. And from all the lands whither he had driven them, what's the main land? The Babylon the Great. And I will bring them again into the land that I gave unto their fathers. That's Israel. So this is getting ready to happen. So these small hatters are claiming, well, not really, because there's two groups. They got the Hasidim, the Lubavitcher. And I used to talk to them, and one group says, one of the guys that was there, he says, we're not supposed to be in the land. We're supposed to wait till the Messiah to bring us back in the land. But the other group, the Orthodox group, which are over there, and they're both based in Brooklyn, if I'm not mistaken. So the guy gave me a lot of information. He said there's two type of Orthodox Jews, and they said, the other group says, oh, we got to be over there to meet the Lord to help build the. So they have two. So the ones that here, they'd say we're not supposed to be there. So, and these guys, what do you call it? Orthodox Jays, they're against. They would be considered, and they don't label them J lawyers don't label. They're careful not to label the Orthodox as anti-Semp, but they're coming against the Zionists. So they said, if you say something against the Zionists and against the war, because that government they're all known as Zionists. That's just a name. That's all. But the Orthodox, which are two groups primarily, we're against that. What not Netanyahu's doing, we're totally against it. So why aren't they saying, well, you guys are anti-Semitic? Can you be anti-Semitic and Semitic at the same time? And last time I checked, Semitic goes back to a language, what they say, an Afro-Asiatic language. Jeremiah 23 verse 8. And this is basic stuff anyway. This is for you new people. But Yahweh liveth, was brought up, and which led the seed of the house of Israel. You can read a previous verse. Out of the north country. North country is right here. And from all the countries whither I had driven them, they shall dwell in their own land. So there goes the north again. Jeremiah 50. Another one of my favorite prophetic books, Jeremiah 49, 50, and 51. For out of the north there cometh up a nation against it. Now, this north is talking about Russia. That's the uttermost north, which shall make her land desolate. America's going to be desolate. And none shall dwell therein. They shall depart, both man and beast. They're going to be anybody that's here in this land going to be utterly destroyed. Zechariah 2 verse 6, ho, ho, come forth and flee from the land of the north. That's America. Saith Yahweh, for I have spread you abroad as the four winds of the heaven, saith the Lord. Now, what do we know, which is with facts, about all the tribes? They're all here. Every last one of them is here. And they started coming over here. You had Issachar over here already. You had Gad, Reuben already. So you had 3 tribes, and you had Judah. So that's 4 tribes. So when you go back to like the 40s, the 50s, you had Ephraim come up, and then you had Simeon. I remember when Simeon came. I used to call Simeonites Puerto Rican. You Puerto Rican? No, I'm the man. No, you Puerto Rican, man. You speak Puerto Rican. You look Puerto Rican. So it took me some time as a child to say, oh, that's the Dominicans are different from Puerto Ricans. But back then, all you guys are Puerto Ricans. So you had the so-called Puerto Ricans come up. I would say about the 40s. Apostle Ramlock can help me on that. Maybe the mid 40s. And then Simeon started coming in the early to mid 60s. Because I remember them. I remember the Simeonites. So when the Simeonites first came up here, they weren't speaking English. They were like Hicks. But you got a lot of Simeonites that speak perfect, because we're talking about 3-4 generations, right? From the 60s. So let me give you this here. Okay, Acts 1 verse 8, and I always give you that. You will prophesy. This is Yahushua talking to the apostles. You will prophesy in 4 places: Judea, Samaria, Jerusalem or Jerusalem, and to the uttermost part of the earth, which is the north country, which is actually to the west. So you're just doing things out of your own mind, out of your own emotions. You can't go to another country and set up something over there. That means you're not righteous. What the hell are you talking about, man? Scriptures tell you about adding to the word and taking away from the word. And changing the word. Okay, so let's see what Mark 13 and 27 have to say. And I'm going to try to move quick. Mark 13 and 27. Mark 13 and 27. Bear me for a minute. This gospel shall be preached published throughout the whole world. And I believe that word is oikomene. I got to look it up. It could be cosmos or oikomene. If it's cosmos, that means all the Israelite world. Or oikomene, because this gospel has to be preached to the other nations as well. Shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the noble. Jeremiah 1. I just quoted Isaiah 13. Jeremiah 1. The Most High set up Jeremiah to be a prophet unto the who? Unto the nations. 13 and 27. See what that says. And then shall he send his angels and shall gather together his elect from the 4 winds. What's the main place? Is going to be America. There's going to be more elect coming out of America than any other place. But you're going to have the elect that are scattered in other nations. From the utmost part of the earth. What's the utmost part of the earth? The west. To the utmost part of the heaven. Isaiah 24 verse 16. Let's see what that says. I'm going to move quick. Isaiah 24 verse 16. And I got one scripture in the Apocrypha that I wanted to go through. See, you know, when you go to the Apocrypha, like Second Ezra and so forth, it speaks about America, but it doesn't mention the North and this, that, and the third. It does, however, mention the West. Here we go again. Let me do this. Let me try from the 15th verse. Wherefore glory ye Yahweh in the fires. The fires is talking about the missiles that's going to destroy this place. Even the name of Yahweh. What you should be worried about is what's the true name of the Most High. Yahweh, the Most High Israel, in the isles of the sea. From the uttermost part of the earth have we heard songs. What's the uttermost part of the earth? America. What songs did you hear? This truth. Even glory to the righteous. But I said, my leanest, woe unto me. The treacherous dealers have dealt treacherously. We know who they are. Yeah, the treacherous dealers have dealt very treacherously. It says when they, Isaiah 33 and 1, when they cease to doing treachery, then we're going to deal with them in a treacherous manner. Next precept, Deuteronomy 33 and 13. Scriptures say, by thy precepts, says in Isaiah, precept must be upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little. It says, Deuteronomy 33 verse 13, and Joseph said, blessed of Yahweh be his land for the precious things of heaven, for the dew, and for the deep that crouches beneath. Now, this is when you go to Genesis 49 and Deuteronomy 33, it goes into what the tribes will be experiencing in the last days. So Joseph is interchangeable with the name Ephraim. And the land that they came to pursuant to prophecy was the land of Puerto Rico. And that's a tropical land. You got a lot of Edomites moving down there with money. Hosea 9 and 13. We almost out of here, man. Too many people are waking up to the elite. These things that have been happening, you know what I mean. This late thing that lately that's happening as we speak in LA. You got people that refuse to watch, the American news, the mainstream media, MSM, and they're watching, what's the term? Alternative media. So people are waking up. Ephraim, as I saw in Tyrus, is planted in a pleasant place. Now we just read that in Deuteronomy 33. That pleasant place is the islands. But Ephraim shall bring forth their children, sons and daughters, to the murderer. A lot of Ephraimites have moved up to Chicago, to New York. Some of them went to Hawaii. A lot of them Hawaiian people, a lot of them are Ephraim and Jake. But a great deal of them moved up to the East Coast. You got to let you know people through the years. A lot of them moved down to Florida. They moved to they'll move down to like Myrtle Beach. They'll move down to Miami and so forth. Oh, also Canada. You got a lot of Ephraim. You got Ephraim up in Canada. You got Simeon up in Canada. I know because I was up there more than once. You got Levi. Levi is big up in Canada. You got Judah up there. You got Gad up there. So Ephraim came up to this place for what? For economic reasons, to have a better life. And did they get a better life? Not really. They live right next to us, right next to Jake. You come from one place for blessings, and you went from one. Actually, Puerto Rico is a blessing, and you left that blessing to come to this curse, to get more money. You don't get the white man's money. This is beautiful, man. These scriptures are beautiful. And see, vocab, he can't see this because he doesn't want to see it. Oh, he said this means that, and that doesn't. Because first of all, you Christians don't know anything about prophecy, so shut the hell up. Hosea 7 verse 11. I already know what it's going to say. Like I said, I don't know when I put this list together. It could have been a couple of years ago, but I found it. I said I'm going to go through this list. Okay, one more. Ephraim also is like a silly dove, and without heart, they call to Egypt, they go to Assyria. Ephraim, 8th verse. Ephraim, he have mixed himself among the people. Ephraim is a cake not turned. When you mix yourself, the darker Ephraimites looked at the white man as God, or woman as God. And how did their kids come out? Their kids came out much lighter. That's why it says this. It says, Ephraim, he have mixed himself among the people. And the consequences of mixing yourself with the people, the Edomites, Ephraim is a cake not turned. They had them ancient ovens. If you go to like the East Indian restaurant and you order naan, it takes about a couple of seconds to make that bread. They take the dough, they throw it on this hot oven, and if you don't turn it around to get the other side, that one side is going to be light and the other side is going to be dark, like a brown color, because you got to turn it. When it says in Malachi 4, it speaks about you should burn as an oven. Merely paraphrasing. It's talking about that ancient oven where you cook things quick. You take the bread, you go, pss, you turn it around, pss, and it's done. It's done in like 3 seconds. Then you might put butter over it or garlic over it. We used to eat that all the time. It says, strangers have devoured his strength, and he knoweth not. He don't realize that I'm an Israelite, I'm the tribe of Ephraim, and these are Edomites coming against me. Yeah, gray hairs are here and there upon them. You look at a lot of Ephraimites, they have the salt and pepper hair. A lot of these women too. Yet he knoweth not. In other words, he doesn't realize that he's an Israelite. Now, I was up on Fordham Road years ago, and there was a lot of Ephraimites up there, and Jake. And this Ephraimite dude had the pepper, salt and pepper hair. And I went to this precept, and when I said, "What kind of hair you got? Salt and pepper?" His eyes popped open, Okay, let's go to Job 39 and 8 and 9. So we're just going into the precepts, saying a few words on the precepts and moving on. By thy precepts, precept upon precept. Job 39. I'm sorry, Job 39. I meant to say, Job 39. Job 39 and verse 8. I'm not going to give you all these precepts. Okay, the range of the mountains is his pasture, and he searches after every green tree. Now, what does it mean by a green tree? Romans 11 should come to mind. A green tree could be an olive tree, has green leaves on it. Remember in Jeremiah, where in the hell did this come up? Give me a second here. Okay, will a unicorn be willing to serve thee, or a crib? The unicorn represents the web, the World Wide Web. I'm speaking to you from the unicorn. With his band in the furrow, or will he harrow the valleys after thee? Will thou trust him, the World Wide Web, because his strength is great? The World Wide Web's strength is great. Why do you think this guy Elon Musk paid? I don't know. Somebody give me the amount when he purchased Twitter, and he changed it to X. That's powerful. When you own a powerful website like that, because everybody's looking they're going to the website. People that have the TV on, like myself, you might have the TV on mute, and you're on your web. As soon as I come in, when I wake up, I go to the web. When I come out from outside, I go on. I put the web asleep, the computer asleep. I click the button, and I go to my notifications. Don't you all do that? I hope everybody in GMS is doing that, man. I hope when you get up in the morning, the first thing you do, you say your prayers or whatever. You might get ready before you eat anything. Before you wash your face, you open up the web, and you see what's happening. You go to your notifications, see what's happening, and it'll inspire you to do a video based on somebody else. And you see Apostle Ramla Balad, even Apostle Gabar, and other elders, they'll say, "Oh, I watched this video. This is based upon the video that I just watched that so and such put up, and I want to add unto it," and which is in the Apocrypha. It says, "Will thou trust him because his strength is great, or will thou leave thy labor to him?" Like Apostle Gabar is famous for saying this. The web does our heavy lifting. So we don't got to get on no booster plane with fringes on it and fly to Nigeria and set up or be out there for a couple of months and set up these guys that say they're diligent. And when you come back to New York, they like a dead battery. And then you got to send these knuckleheads, okay, go out there for a week and build their spirit back. You build their spirit back up and they die again. Because they're not of the elect. Okay? Will thou trust him because his strength is great? Whose strength is great? And for you simple-minded Israelites out there, it's talking about a rhinoceros. But that clown Bunyumyum from the HODC said that when we first brought that. He said it's talking about a rhinoceros, brother. It's talking about an ostrich. Inside joke. The unicorn is code for the web. What does the word unicorn mean? It means one horn, which when you get your cable and when you get your internet, you get your internet through the cable company, right? So you get the cable TV, then you get the internet, right? So where do they get the signal from? From the feed horn. The feed horn. What is the feed horn? Feed horn is one horn. When you go to pay the cable bill, which I don't do, it comes out of my account. Give me a second here. Give me a second. And no camp has broken it down under the capacity the way the apostles break it down. I'm talking about the unicorn. Bishop Nate, what do you know about the unicorn, man? What is this talking about? Is it talking about a rhinoceros? No, it's not talking about a rhinoceros. Most rhinoceros have two horns, by the way. Unicorn means one horn. It's not talking about an actual animal. Wes Huff doesn't know what this means. Matter of fact, I'll ask, if I run into Wes Huff, I'm going to go, I said, what does this mean? He might say, well, if you go to the Codex Sinaiticus, will thou believe him or it, that he will bring home thy seed and gather it into thy barn? Wait a minute. Where have you ever seen not a hippopotamus, a rhinoceros gather seeds together and put in a barn? And the seeds represent the people. Where you ever see a rhinoceros gather Israelites and put them in a barn? It's parabolic talk, man. This goes over all you Christians' heads. I guarantee you, if you went to the commentary, they wouldn't know what to say. Now it says something about, let me see something. It speaks about, no, this is what I need. This is what I need. This is what I need. I'm right. I'm in the right spot. Yeah, I'm in the right spot. Okay, so this is what I wanted. I guarantee you, if I go to the matter of fact, let me do this. Let me see. Will thou strength? Canst thou bind the unicorn with his band in the furrow, or will he harrow the valleys after thee? So let's have a little fun with this. Let's see what the Cambridge Bible says. This is code for the internet is going to wake up the Israelites, starting with the elect, might I add. And I'm going to say this again. We are the only camp. GMS is the only camp that can break down Job 39, which speaks about the unicorn, right. Nobody was able to break the scriptures down at the capacity that the men of GMS was able to break it down. And the Spirit just came to me on this. And years ago, a brother went into the scripture and I built upon it, And I told the apostles, and they makes all the sense of the world. Now let's see what it says. Okay, Cambridge is not even in there. They said we're not even going to touch this. This is a hot potato. We're not even going to touch this. They saying don't even touch me. Don't even step to me. Inside joke. Okay. They ain't saying too many words. Okay. Canst thou bind a unicorn? That is, as thou bindest the ox, canst thou make him plow for thee? Or will he harrow the valleys? Another common employee of the ox. They don't know. And I don't got to read the rest of these because they don't know. They don't know. They don't know what's going on. They ain't up on game. Okay, so now let's come back over here. And I didn't bring you all the scriptures on the unicorn. This is Job 39. Let's do this. It said the unicorn is going to take the seed and put the seed on. 12th verse. Wilt thou believe him that he will bring home thy seed and gather it into thy barn? What is that talking about? Job 39 and 13. Bear with me for a minute. Bear with me for a minute. So we're using the power of the unicorn here in the north or in the west. Am I correct? Or am I correct? Give me a second. I might just leave it alone. Okay, let's do this. Copy. And then so you got to go into these root words. And I haven't gone into this subject in years. Maybe 12, 13 years ago, something like that. Feedback for it. Okay, bear with me for a minute here. Okay, 39, like I said. Okay, the main one is here in Job 39. The unicorn is the web, the World Wide Web. So now let's go from here to Revelation 14. Revelation 14. Let's go to that real quick. Revelation 14. And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood upon the Mount Zion, and with him 144,000 of Father's name written in their forehead. And I heard heaven, the voice of waters. Like it says, they sung a new song, right? And they sung as it were a new song. We're going to sing the song when we're delivered. That's Revelation 15, if I'm not mistaken. But we're singing the song now. But we're going to sing the song of Moses. That's Deuteronomy 32. Deuteronomy 32 is actually a song. It's a psalm. Exodus, what is that? Exodus 15 and 3, is it? Exodus 15 and 3. The Lord is a man of Lord. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. That's also a song. That's also a psalm. Okay, so now let's go to Job 38 and 13. Let's see what that says. I'm trying to move quick. Bear with me. I'm giving you nothing but precepts. Y'all want precepts? Give me a precept. I'm giving you precepts. 38 and 13. Wait a minute, I did the wrong thing. Let me do this again. I'm sorry, Job 38 and 13. And we're going to see you got really 5 days, really 4 days and change until the inauguration. 5 days you got, which is on a Monday, inauguration, and talking about trying to take him out on that day. If he swore in, all hell doesn't boil over. We're going to see if he's going to pull out his horns, which eventually he's going to do anyway. But he might do it as soon as he gets into office. He's gonna come off running. You got a lot of things he said he's gonna do. So his first official day back in office will be the 21st. So we're gonna see. So watch the news. Keep your eyes open. It says Job 38 and 13 that it might take hold of the ends of the earth, that the wicked might be shaken out of it. Ooh, woo. I forgot about this one. Let me do this. What's the ends of the earth? Everything, all the prophets, the men of the Lord, the Israelites, everything that they got in the scriptures, it was given to them in the east, the Middle East, the Levant. So the ends of the earth is the uttermost west. Let me read that again. Job 38, verse 13. That it might take hold of the ends of the earth, that the wicked might be shaken out of it. Because you're going to be shaken out of this. You're not going to actually be shaken out of it. You're going to be burnt up. So you're going to be out of here. That's parabolic talk. And we're a parabolic people. We say things that, we use certain terms that Esau don't know unless you hang around us. All right, Revelation 12 and 12, which that's going to go to the 18th verse. Y'all can read that. I'm not going to go into that. Micah 4, verse 10 to 13. That goes hand in hand with Revelation 12 to 18. It's talking about the same thing. It mentions we're going to leave out the city, and which is Jerusalem. We're going to go into the wilderness. Then we're going to go into the land of Babylon, and there we shall be saved. That's not talking about ancient Babylon, as you should know. Hosea 1 and 10, we should know that. In the place where it was said, ye are not my people, there shall it be said that you are the sons of living power. When them Jays came over here during the turn of the century, when they came over here, they said that we're the people, and people were calling them the people. When we came over here in cargo slave ships to serve slavery, they didn't say that we're the Israel. They knew that we were, but they said, no, you ain't speaking Hebrew no more. You're going to eat pork. You're going to eat what the master give you. And if you don't like it, you're going to get whipped. And y'all are niggers. Revelation chapter 10. I believe that says exactly, the exact words is, you shall prophesy before many kings, tongues, nations, and so forth. When did that ever happen? That didn't happen during John's time. I read Jeremiah 3:18, Jeremiah 16 and 15. That's talking about the land of the north, and that there's going to be a celebration when this place goes down. Now, when you read it, it says we're not going to, in not too many words, we're not going to follow the Passover. We are going to follow the Passover. The Passover will be followed forever and ever. But you know how you get hyped up for the Passover? You're going to get more hyped up for this new day. So it's going to be another high holy day and a feast. You got Isaiah 49 and 12. As a matter of fact, let me give you that one. Then you got Jeremiah 23 and 8. I went to that. And Jeremiah 53, I think I went to that. And I'm gonna close it on Isaiah 49 and 12. Sorry for going long. Isaiah 49 and 12. So if they didn't go up there and tell you, this is the place where you're supposed to be. Not go to some far off country and go out there and just start speaking in the hopes that somebody's going to wake up. If you have somebody in another country that's of the elect, they're going to come across a video. And like I said, nothing pans out with you when you guys go into these different places. Ain't nothing going to happen with the Solomon Islands and Papua New Guinea, which I believe Solomon Islands are in Papua New Guinea, if I'm not mistaken. Isaiah, this is the last precept and I'm closing. Isaiah 49 and verse 12. And with that, I'm going to say Shalom after I hit this precept. Behold, these shall come from far, and lo, these from the north and from the west, and these from the land of Sinim. So we're coming from the north and the west. And this is a future prophecy for us today. The things that are written aforetime are for our learning. It says, sing, O heavens, and be joyful, O earth, and break forth into singing. O mountains, O governments, for Yahweh have comforted his people, the Israelites. That's a kingdom. The comfort is going to come when the kingdom. We're not comfortable now, man. And will have mercy upon his afflicted. You got Nate teaching you that the majority of the Israelites going to burn in hell forever. And there's no such thing as hell. I'm going to give you one more precept, which is Baruch 5. Arise, O Jerusalem, and stand on high, and look about toward the east, because we're in the west, looking to the, when we say the prayers, you face the east, and behold, thy children gathered from the west. Not West Africa. It's talking about America, the west, the uttermost west. Unto the east, back to our homeland, by the word, by the scriptures of the Holy One, rejoicing in the remembrance of the Most High. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Anyway, with that, I want the Lord, please forgive me. With that, on to the next one. Shalom.